Why even great leaders fail without philosophical thinking. Let me ask you something. Have you ever followed someone who looked confident but felt strangely empty on the inside? Someone who spoke loudly but never deeply. Someone who demanded respect yet never questioned themselves. Now here's the uncomfortable part. Are you becoming that kind of leader without realizing it? Because every day, in the decisions you make, in the impulses you follow, in the fears you hide, you are leading someone. Your family, your friends, your future self. And the truth no one tells you is this: if you don't think like a philosopher, you will lead like a coward. Most people think leadership is about confidence, charisma, or authority. But history proves something different. Plato believed that the most dangerous leaders are the ones who never examine their own minds. He warned that a person who cannot govern themselves will inevitably try to govern others. And isn't that the world we live in now? People who can't control their anger, trying to control other people. People who can't master their fears, trying to demand loyalty. People who can't question their beliefs, trying to force them onto everyone else. Great leaders don't start by leading others. They start by leading their own chaos. Think about your daily life. How often do you pause before reacting? How often do you question your motives instead of defending them? How often do you examine your thoughts instead of drowning in them? Most people don't reflect at all. They react. They justify. They run on autopilot. Nietzsche called this the comfortable way of living blindly, and he believed that only the courageous question their own foundations. Leadership begins the moment you stop running from yourself. Because until then, your anger leads you. Your pride leads you. Your fear leads you. Your wounds lead you. Not you. So what makes philosopher leaders different? 1. They question their assumptions. Machiavelli once wrote that rulers fail because reality refuses to obey their illusions. A leader who avoids truth, even painful truth, will eventually break. Philosopher leaders ask, do I want this because it's right or because it feeds my ego? Am I choosing courage or convenience? Is this decision driven by fear or by purpose? Most people never ask these questions. That's why most people never grow. 2. They embrace stillness. In a noisy world, thinking deeply is an act of rebellion. Marcus Aurelius led an empire, yet wrote thousands of pages just to understand himself. If a man commanding millions still needed silence, why do we think we're above reflection? 3. They accept responsibility, especially for their inner flaws. Dietrich Bonhoeffer said the greatest leaders are those who willingly bear the weight of their decisions, not the praise, but the consequences. Bad leaders blame the world. Great leaders confront themselves. Here's something nobody prepares you for. The higher you rise, the more your unhealed parts will try to sabotage you. Your insecurity will distort your choices. Your impatience will break your relationships. Your pride will blind you. Your fear will shrink your vision. This is why philosopher leaders endure. They do the quiet work, the painful work, the work nobody celebrates. They confront their shadows before their shadows confront the world. Because every leader eventually hits a moment when life demands an answer, and only those who have examined themselves know how to respond. Let me tell you a short story. Two kings rose to power. One ruled with certainty,
He trusted his instincts without question. He spoke loudly, acted quickly, and admired his own strength. The other ruled with doubt. Not weak but thoughtful doubt. He questioned his impulses, studied his fears, and sought wisdom instead of validation. The first king grew faster. He attracted followers who loved his confidence, but he collapsed even faster, because his kingdom was built on unexamined desires. The second king rose slowly, carefully, painfully, but he lasted, because his kingdom was built first within himself. The story ends with a question. Which king are you becoming? Today, leadership is confused with visibility. Followers, likes, attention. But visibility isn't leadership. Loudness isn't wisdom. And confidence without reflection is just ego on a throne. The world doesn't need more people who pretend to know everything. It needs people brave enough to say, "Let me understand myself before I try to lead others." So here is the final truth. You are a leader, even if you don't want to be, because someone is watching you, and your future is following you. The question is not whether you lead. The question is how. Lead with ego, and you will repeat your past. Lead with fear, and you will shrink your life. Lead without thought, and life will end up leading you. But if you choose to think like a philosopher, if you choose reflection over impulse, truth over illusion, responsibility over comfort, then you will become something rare. A leader whose power comes not from followers, but from clarity, direction, depth, and an inner world strong enough to carry the outer one. Because in the end, great leaders are not the ones who shout the loudest. They are the ones who dare to look inward and don't look away.
Kindly like and subscribe for more.